Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. Ow! No, I have not turned into a masochist, and this is not an episode of the Three Stooges. I'm trying to make an important point. Ow! My point is that a lot of what goes on, up here is like ourself hitting ourself with a hammer. Ow! It's so good when we stop. Ba-dum-bum. By the way, don't try this at home unless you're a trained stunt professional like me. Ow! All day long, our mind is filled with thoughts of this and that. Most of them, like ourself, bashing our head against the world, bashing ourself against the way things are. Ow! It feels so good when we stop. All day up here, our mind is filled with thoughts of the future. Oh, what if that pimple on my butt turns into cancer? Ow! We're filled with regrets for the past. What happened in my childhood 30 years ago? Ow! We're filled with what ifs. What if I lose my job and the bank forecloses on the house and we're all thrown into the street? Ow! We're filled with judgments of how the world is. If only things were some other way, then my life would be complete. Ow! I think you're getting the point. In our Zen practice, one thing we learn to do is put the hammer down and just sit, because we can learn to be at one with life without thoughts of this and that, without hitting ourselves against the way things are, just by dropping the judgments, dropping all resistance to how things are, and just sitting with what is. And then a funny thing happens. We find that a lot of the conflict between our self in the world, our self in life, our self in circumstances, our self with all the people and events in our life, we find that a lot of that conflict was right here and can be dropped away. And then we learn to see and experience and be at one with life in a new way. In fact, we can do that to such a degree that the borders between ourself and life even can drop away. All from putting the hammer down. And that is part of what we are practicing in our practice of shikantaza, just sitting, zazen. We just sit, dropping the thoughts of the future, dropping the thoughts of the past, dropping the what ifs, what onlys, the if onlys, dropping thoughts of things we're attracted to, things we run from, dropping our likes and dislikes, dropping the worries, dropping the fears, dropping the judgments about even how our zazen is going. We just sit with things as they are. And we put the hammer down. When you're sitting zazen, just sit. If a thought comes into your mind of judgment, let it go away. If a thought comes into your mind about something that may or may not happen in the future, let it go away for the time you're sitting. Now, we're going to be talking more and more about this in the coming days. Don't get me wrong. In order to function in life, you need judgments. You need to think about the future. Otherwise, you wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. You know, we need to make choices. We have things to do, people to see. So we need these judgments, thoughts of the future, thoughts of the past. Part of our Zen practice is to learn to unite these two perspectives of thinking and not thinking. And we're going to talk about how to do that. Now, for now, we're just going to sit. In our next sitting, it's going to give us some pointers on the physical side of sitting, which is not separate really from the mental side. But for right now, just sit in a way that is comfortable to you. Keep your back straight. Keep your eyes half open. And let's just sit. When the hammer comes into your mind, put the hammer down. Okay? Shall we sit?